to my channel, Empress Expressions. So today I just wanted to talk to you about and just share some information on the new moon in Leo. So yeah, what we're just going to cover in this video are just characteristics of the new moon. We're going to cover characteristics of the zodiac sign Leo, and then I just want to integrate those together and just talk about how they come together in this specific time in space, August 2023, and just, kind of give a little bit of a rundown on some things that we can be mindful of. Okay, so first, a new moon is really it's the beginning of a new lunar cycle. It is a time of darkness on the planet. It has a gravitational effect on the planet as far as like it affects the crust and the tides. It's also really a great time for setting new intentions for what you may want to accomplish moving into the next lunar cycle. So starting from the new moon, moving into the full moon. It's also a great time for stargazing. I love stargazing, so it is really the perfect time to stargaze, especially if you're like in a place with high light pollution. You will not have that intense moonlight, so it does help for those that don't have the luxury of being in an environment where they don't have a lot of light pollution because of the city. So yeah, so those are just some of the basics of the characteristics of a new moon. And so then when it comes to Leo, some of the characteristics of Leo are going to be like Leo's super confident. They're represented by the sun, so they can be pretty fiery, they're proud, they are great leaders, they're creative, they can be loyal. The Leo is also represented by the lion. If you know of any tarot, it is also considered the strength card in the major arcana. And so they also can be stubborn, but they're very loyal, they're dependable, they can be playful. The Leo energy also likes to receive attention and compliments and things like such. So moving on. So what I really, one of the things that I want to talk about in this video is going to be the effects of the new moon in Leo on our love relationships. This is a high time and a high energetic time for communication. It is also a great time for new beginnings. So you may notice in your love life that this is a great time for passionate new beginnings, especially with this intense energy of the new moon in Leo. You may experience some like strong heart's desires, like bold gestures. You may run into people when you're out and about, and if someone finds you attractive, they're going to be extra bold and come up and say something to you, and before you know it, you may have exchanged numbers with someone randomly. So it's definitely that time for that. It's also time for like a fiery romance. So if you're in a relationship, you may see the romance kind of spark up in your relationship. So then you also have expressive love. That is another thing that we're going to see kind of intensify during this new moon in Leo. Dramatic displays of affection. There's going to be a lot of open communication. One of the things I would be mindful about during this time, because Leo can be pretty bold and outspoken and matter of fact, it is a fixed sign as well, so they're very matter of fact. The open communication, I'd be mindful of that because that can go one way or another, so that's one thing to be mindful of. And then moving forward, we also have, you can experience a lot of authentic emotion. Your lover or your partner or partners may really be in a deep they may have a deep level of expression right now. So that's something that you can enjoy, especially if it's on the more positive side of things. And during this time, people, not just Leos, remember that this energy that we are experiencing right now, it can affect everybody. This is just an energetic field that's happening amongst us all, so the collective can be affected. If you do know of some Leos in your life, whether they have a Leo, whether they have Leo in their sun, their moon, their rising, or just anywhere in their chart, they can be affected as well. But this energy affects all of us. So one of the things that Leo really, really loves is, they seek recognition. That energy just loves to seek recognition and to be praised and to be complimented and to be acknowledged. So you may notice that you have the desire to be acknowledged more in your love relationship, or you are feeling the desire to really show your appreciation for your lover during this time. So another thing that I wanted to bring up is, there's going to be like some deep heart-centered connections going on right now. There's going to be some deep heart-centered connections going on right now. With Leo, with the energy of Leo being so loyal and trusting, this is just going to be an intense time for those in love connections to really express themselves and to really show their authentic self, to really express how they feel about the special person in their life. So yeah, that is something that we definitely can enjoy during this time and space. Let's see. The last thing is, these are more just kind of like warnings. I did give a warning as far as like open communication earlier, and how that open communication can go both ways. There can be a good side of that, and there can also be not such a good side of that, just depending on how you choose to look at that. But because Leo is a very fiery sign, and some may even think of Leo people, or just the Leo energy in general, as kind of egoic. So I would say keep in mind of just your own energy and then those around you. You can kind of move with a little bit of, I don't want to say caution, but just awareness of what you may encounter when you're just out and about, when you're in traffic, when you're in the grocery store, your lover, your family, your friends. But specifically in your love relationship, sometimes you may notice that there can be some pride that takes first place over connection. You can also notice like that there's this strong desire for the spotlight at any cost, and kind of just leaving those that you love, or that are loved in this relationship kind of pushed to the side, because the Leo energy loves to be the center of attention, like I said, loves to be praised and all the things. So sometimes on the more shadow side of the love relationship dynamic during this energetic time in space, you may notice some of that in your love relationships. And so we can definitely be mindful of that, and also know that it's not a forever thing. Change is inevitable, and things are always changing. Emotions are energy in motion. So it is something that you can just become aware of, and we can remember not to take things personal, and just remember that everyone is affected by this time, by this energy at this time. And it's not to give anyone a pass or an excuse to be out here acting a fool, or to not be considerate of other people, or to be super egoic or whatever. But it is a great time for those that are aware and seek to understand what's going on around them. It's a great time to know this and be aware of it so that you can, you know, always check yourself, check your heart space, and just see how you feel and how you want to move forward in whatever situation you're finding yourself in. So overall, that is what I have for you today. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening. And I will be back and speak to you soon. I send you peace and I send you love. Thank you.